Hi people, if you're familiar with Tori Bovalino's books, you know that she creates this kind of world where she fuses magical things, magical creatures like dark fire, like devils, demons and things like that with our nowadays world. And in this one, we have goblins and the Goblin Market, that you probably know from other books, legend songs, things like that. And I did love this one, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So I think that her books are kind of hard to review if you don't want to make any kind of a spoiler. But let's just say that here we have a family who have magic, like coven and everything. And we have this descendant from this family who's living with her mom and her auntie, and she knows nothing about where she comes from and this backstory of her family. So she's going to be thrown into all of that when her best friend, her aunt Neela, is kind of kidnapped by the Goblin Market. And so she has to like make this speed learn of everything that her family stands for, the abilities that they have, and you know, everything that she can understand before she goes back home, the home where her mom and auntie apparently were exiled and she didn't know why. They're living in America, why she cannot come back home. She feels like she has been like transplanted and put into some place which is not exactly home, and when she gets to her real home, she begins to feel like, here are my roots, and she begins to learn about her family and about her things. And I think it's amazing. I'm not going to tell you much about what she learns and what she discovers, because I want you to be surprised by the way in which it's unveiled in the book. But it's amazing, you know, these doses of, I cannot understand, I can't believe, but I can't believe, because it feels real. It feels like I'm part of this. Now I understand where my roots were. I understand who I am. And she begins also to understand the relationship between her auntie and her mother, and I think that one of the pivotal parts of this book, that relationship. And we are going to be having like these two different timelines, like the now and then. And the then story is going to tell us the story of this aunt, and that story for me was amazing. And I think I would have loved the book even more if we will have gotten like a larger more prevalent part of this story of the past with the auntie and the goblin in this book. I mean, I was all for that story. I mean, the now part of the story is amazing. I love how we have this girl who's uncovering the secrets of her own family, and she's beginning to understand where all the pieces go, and she's willing to risk herself to save this other family member who also happens to be one of her best friends. But I do love the story of the aunt falling in love and yeah, ditching like her common sense because she is falling in love with that amazing girl. And yeah, I mean, I want to know more about the story of the aunt and that hot goblin. I need to know more, and I think I do love that. I don't know how to explain that, but in the past, it's like she was able to be free when she was loving this goblin that was also female, and it was like maybe she would have been judged if she had done it outside the market. And you have this secrecy and this, you know, this idea of, yeah, many things. But also I love how the market, it's its own creature in the book. It's a very dark place. The goblins do very horrible things to the people who go there, and you have it like described perfectly in the book. And it's like the market is this bad thing that our characters shouldn't be attracted to, but are. Like, the darker the better, the more provided, the more that it's tempting and all this kind of thing. And yeah, I'm not making much sense in the review, I guess, but if you like witches with magic, covens, people who, you know, mess up, that they don't want to be what is expected of them. They want to break tradition, they want to be their own persona, they want to be following this lineage, they want to be different. If you like a book about being tempted and, you know, and finding yourself in maybe in that temptation and understanding that you're different, Yeah, what is tempting this character, it's not exactly the bad part, but the goblin fine inside the bad part, if it makes sense. If you read the book, you will understand what I'm saying. And if you like a book about again, sisters who love each other and will do anything for each other, about family, about bonds of family, and in both ways, like good bonding, like respecting the people of your family and they respect you, and also having to struggle to fulfill the role in your family that you don't want to fulfill, and feeling like you're trapped inside your family, or finding your own place in life, of being your own persona, of being brave enough to defy everything in order to protect those who you love. I mean, this book is amazing, and I also like those twists towards the ending where you get to be shown that even maybe the darker creature can be capable of love and redemption. Maybe not. You will have to read the book to know. So yeah, even if the review is messed up, this book isn't. It's amazing. Pick this one up, as I always say. So thank you for watching. Bye.